Alright guys, so I've created this new video to show you how you can use Think or Swim scanner to screen for bounce trades. So you can download this new resource, which is the scripts I've created for Think or Swim, and this is specifically for the bounce strategy that you've learned in level 1 of the course. Okay, so you have to create the following scans. First will be the long bounce scans or bounce long, right? So you've got the 18 bounce long over here. This is the script, and I'll show you how to install the script in a short while. You've got the 50 bounce long, the 100 bounce long, and 18 bounce short, 50 bounce short, and 100 bounce short. So if you recall from the lesson, this applies to this bounce 2-candle reversal setup. Okay, so it will help you to screen for trades where you've got a reversal candle bouncing off the moving average with a confirmation candle. I've also created another scan to scan for the trade through pattern where you have got 2 candles, their bodies are trading through the moving averages. Okay, so we're going to scan for this and this using these scripts, right? So once again, for the original 2-candle reversal pattern, we've got the 18, 50, and 100 bounce long scripts, and the 18, 50, and 100 bounce short scripts. And for the trade through pattern, this is the trade through pattern. You've got again the 18 bounce, the 50 bounce, and the 100 bounce, followed by the 18 short, 50 short, and 100 short. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to install this into the platform. All right. So for those of you who do not know, Think or Swim is a broker owned by TD Ameritrade. Once you open an account with them, you can download the software that looks like that. Okay. So to install the scanner, you go to Scan, and you go to Stock Hacker. I go to Stock Hacker. And I'm going to show you now how to install the scan. So again, how many scans will we install? We'll install a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 scans for the original bounce setup, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the trade through setup. So altogether 12 scans in total that you could install. All right. So here's how we do it. So once again, once you go to Scan and you go to Stock Hacker, it will bring you to this page, right? So you have to click on Add a Study Filter over here. Click on that. And click on this. There you go. So this will bring you to the custom scanner. By default, they give you an ADX crossover, which we are not interested in, so we're going to delete that. Click delete. Okay. Now, what you're going to do is going to click on Think Script Editor. Okay, click on that, and you have a blank page, right? So the first thing we're going to install would be the 18 bounce long, right? So this will scan for stocks that are bouncing off the 18 moving average. Okay. So all you got to do is to copy this script and paste it there. There you go. Okay. So once you've pasted it, click OK, and there you are. All right. It's installed. Now, in addition to this, you also want to install a filter for the average volume requirement. Remember, we only want to trade stocks with volume over 150,000 shares traded per day. So you click on Add Study Filter again. Click one more time, and click on this. Scroll down to volume, go to average volume. Okay, so we want the average volume to be greater than, change this to 150,000. Okay, great. There you go. Okay, you can also set a requirement to say I only want to look for stocks above a certain price. Now when we're going long, we can add a filter for the stock to say, okay, I want the closing price of the stock to be minimum $2. Okay, so we are only interested in stocks above $2. Now, if you're looking for stocks to short, I would recommend at least $10 for shorting, but for going long, $2 is fine. Okay, so once you have done that, okay, you have to save this whole scan. You've got to save it. So to save it, go to this icon over here, click that, click Save Scan. So we're going to save it as 18 bounds long. Okay, so click Save. Now I've already saved it, so I won't save it again. So, but you have to save it. Okay. Now once you save it, it'll be inside the system. So to recall it, click on the icon again, go to Load Scan, and go to Personal, and you should find it here. There we go, 18 bounds long, all right, or 18 EMA bounds long, whatever you call it, right? So that's the first one we created. Remember, you have to create 12, right? 12 of them. So that's the first one we created. Let me show you another one, okay? So once you're done, we're gonna, again, now you can keep this, we're gonna delete the second one, we're gonna delete that, so click delete, and we're gonna create a new one for the 50 bounds long, okay? So once we create the 18 bounds long, we're gonna create the 50 bounds long to look for stocks bouncing off the 50 moving average, right? So once again, click on Add Study Filter, click on this, go to Custom, okay, go to Custom, and once again, delete this thing, click on Think Script Editor, and paste the 50 bounds long scan. Copy, paste. There you go. All right. So once it's pasted, click OK. Now it's set up for 50 bounds long. Okay. So go to the icon again, click on that, save scan, save it as 50 bounds long. Click save, it's there. Or again, you can call it 50 EMA bounds long if you want to, right? In fact, that's what I did, right? Click save, there you go. So once you've saved it, it's there. Check it, click that again, load scan, personal, and you should see that. Where we are? There. No, there, 50 bounds long, right? So you've got the 18 bounds long, you've got a 50 bounds long. What's next? That's right, the next thing to do is repeat the process, what I showed you, and paste the 100 bounds long. Then, once you've done that, repeat the process for 18 bounds short, 50 bounds short, 100 bounds short. Okay, that's it. Now, the only difference is for the short bounces, when you're going short, the stock requirement, change it to $10. That's the only difference, right? The volume remains the same, everything remains the same. Okay, so every time you create a new scan, you just have to delete this center one, remember, and add a study filter, go to custom, delete that, Think Script, and again paste this, right? And so just keep pasting it until you've got it, right? So again, once you're done with that, repeat the process for 18 bounds trade through, 50 bounds trade through, and everything. So once you've done that, you should have altogether, click load scan, personal, you should have all these things, 18 bounds long, 50 bounds long, 18 bounds long, 50 bounds long, 100 bounds long, right? Then you've got 18 bounds short, you should have 50 bounds short somewhere inside. It's not in order. There we go, 50 bounds short and 100 bounds short. Okay. Then once you're done, do the 18 trade through long, 100 trade through long, 50 trade through long. Then 18 trade through short, 15 trade through short, and 100 trade through short. So once you're done, you have your scans in there. So every day, all you got to do is to run your scans. All right, so let's take a look at an example right now. All right, so once you've set up the scans, then again, what you do every day is to run these scans to see what turns up. So I'm going to show you an example, right? So again, I'm going to click on that icon, load scan, personal. So for example, I'm going to scan for the 50 bounce long, right? So I'm going to click on that. And by the way, if you see intersect with, clear the filter, right, with none, all right? So I'm going to scan for this, going to click scan. It may take a while to scan, a couple of minutes, so I may fast forward this part of the video. Great. So it has just scanned 1, 2, 3, 4 stocks that are potentially bouncing off the 50 moving average. And again, you have to look at the chart to ensure it meets all the criteria, all the rules I've laid out in the course, because the scanner can only give you a general scan, but you have to ensure they meet all the entry rules, right? So if you take a look example, I'm going to use my TC 2000 charts to take a look at them. As an example, okay, so the first one is AGIO, so I'm going to put in AGIO. So indeed, you can see that it is bouncing off the 50 moving average with a confirmation candle. But I will not take this trade because by the time it has bounced off, it is much too far from the moving averages. So it is not a good entry point, okay? So next is CAE. There we go. So here's another one, bouncing off the 50 moving average and having a confirmation candle, all right? So this looks pretty good. But again, notice the MACD has just crossed bearish. And one of the entry rules is that MACD should be bullish or should not have crossed bearish less than 5 candles ago. So remember that entry rule. So this disqualifies this stock. So again, the scanner will give you a general scan, but you have to ensure they meet the rules. The next one is SAGE. SAGE. There we go. So again, we've got our single candle reversal pattern with a confirmation candle. But again, notice MACD has crossed bearish, so that invalidates the trade as well. Next is WCG. And again, 2 candle reversal pattern with a confirmation candle, right? So this scanner again helps you to pick out potential bounce off the 50 moving average. And if you scan the one 100 bounce long, it'll show you bouncing off the 100 moving average, okay? And again, once you've run that scan, you can also run the trade through scan, which is the example, the 50 trade through long. So this scan will basically find the trade through pattern, which you have learned in the course, right? If you recall the trade through pattern you've learned, okay. All right, so running the trade through scan, we've got CNC, EMN, and KTFF, right? So you look at the first one, CNC. So there we go. Very nice. You can see the 50 moving average was tested. And again, this is the trade through pattern, right? Open above the moving average, closes above, open below, close above with a confirmation candle. So this looks like a perfect setup. The only problem is, again, right, the MACD has just crossed bearish, right? So again, you know, you gotta be patient and wait for that ideal setup, right? So this looks good, but because of the MACD crossing, it's less probable. I will not take it, right? So again, you can, now I'm using the TC 2000 charts, but again, you can use charts from Thinkorswim as well. If you go to charts over here, go to the charts, you can again look at CNC. There we go. That's the pattern, right? And you can again place your bounce studies. There we go. Let me just remove the volume so it's clearer. There we go, right? So again, you can see over here that it is bouncing off the 50 moving average. There we go, right? So if you got any questions, send me an email. All right, this is Adam Koo, and I hope you understand how to set up the Think or Swim screening scripts. See you soon.